folks, good day, welcome back to the channel. So today we are on a nice little road trip just for the night, one night, to a little place called Muna. Say hola, Bobby. So we're heading to a little place called Muna and to some ruins, some very nice ruins called Uxmal. But on the way we just stopped off in a town called Valladolid, which is quite well known. It's not far from some ruins called Chichen Itza. Maybe you've heard of Chichen Itza here before. One second. So we're kind of passing by there to head to Muna, but we are hungry, hambre. So Fabiola's going to try and find us the market here, the mercado, where there's apparently delicious food. So vamos, let's go, folks.
Restaurante del Cementerio. Abajo está el cenote y arriba el restaurante. Puede hasta nadar si quieres. No, sí, la verdad, muy bien.
Gracias.
Okay, so that lovely policeman told us where we need to go. See, but we need to shoot this way anyway. The guy was telling us the market is this way, no? Is that right?
Yeah, there is the place to eat,
See.
and then the one he recommended is
Ah, okay. Yeah, so we're quite near the place where we need to go and eat, basically the normal market, mercado. So anyway, folks, as usual, people selling balloons and tat around. Guy there, is that helado, Bobby? Is that ice cream? See? Guy there, and maybe we get some ice cream from someone like that after, a local guy walking around with his little ice cream stall. Amazing, man. Anyway, this is the plaza, this is the square, I guess you could say. We've got the cathedral just there. You've got these beautiful little chairs, which I love in Mexico. Look at that. So you can face each other when you're sitting down, rather than that in a line. Common sense. Anyway, folks, looks like we're going to this little yellow building here. I think this is the mercado, the market. And I just want to say as well, that interaction with that policeman there, it's so different in the small towns here compared to Playa del Carmen, where they're quite unfriendly, so to speak, a lot of them, and quite intimidating. There's the ice cream guy. Maybe that's him, maybe he's the guy for us later. Anyway, folks, this is the mercado. Mercado de comida, the food market.
Si gustan pueden checar el menú, es doble vista, sin ningún compromiso. ¿Buscaban algo en especial?
We might have found our place, a local spot.
La cochinita pibil, la orden de lomitos, está muy rico el pokju.
So we're just going to sit down here for a little while. That's where she's chosen. This is the little spot. So we're just going to have food here now and then move on to Muna. So Shiz has arrived. 4 tacos de cochinita, which is pork. And then I got a horchata, which is like a cinnamon milky drink here. And what did you get, Barbie? Naranja?
Piña.
Piña, pineapple. Anyways, provecho. We're just going to wolf this down and then we're off. There we go, folks. That was pretty nice. That was delicious. Let's see if we go and get a little ice cream from this guy over here. See what he's got on offer, what flavours. I fancy coconut, but let's go and have a look. Here he is.
Hay de coco, de piña, sandía,
Coco.
Coco, piña, sandía, limón.
Coco, por favor. Sí, sí. ¿Cuánto es?
20 pesos.
20. ¿Quieres, Pablo? Gracias.
No, a ver, es que a mí me gusta el helado de
Piña.
coco.
Sorry, folks, I don't know if you could see that there. Coconut, there we go. I got what I wanted, but there's very many different things to choose from. She's taken a while to choose, as women do, eh?
Fresa.
Anyways, gracias, amigo. Yeah. There we go, folks.
Yo voy a cantar esta canción, yo voy a cantar esta canción para mi gente.
A good spot by Fabiola on the way out of town. Some beautiful, beautiful street art, sorry. Look at this one. But the best is on this side. Check this out. Beautiful, man, beautiful. And that's a little animal called the axolotl from Mexico. You can only find them in Mexico, basically. Don't know if that's showing very well on the screen there. I can't see the screen for shit because it's so sunny. Beautiful, eh? Getting barked at by some local dog over there. But yeah, man, check that out. That's beautiful, man. Really, really nice.
Con una pasión tan fuerte. Ay, 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 ay. Ahora sigo cantando y sigo gozando. Yo sigo cantando y sigo gozando.
Welcome to Muna. Very small little town with a population of... we've just got here now. We have no idea what is here. It looks like there's a cathedral over there. There's the oldest police car I've seen for a long time over there. It's like going back to the 60s. Anyway, we're gonna have a little mooch around here. I have no idea where we're going, but let's see what we can find, eh? Vamos. How about that for a police car, folks? Check that out. Beautiful. So in pretty much every town in Mexico you get these names, and they're usually just painted one color, but here you've got all they're very nicely decorated with some nice art. Very nice arte. Muna. So you got some little eateries just over there. You've got the library right there. This is the square. Buenos dias. All the locals checking me out because this is a very small town, peeps. Anyways, we're heading towards the cathedral, I think, over that way. But this is pretty much it. I don't think there's too much going on here. But we've got an hour spare before the sunset, so we're just going to make the most of it here and then head on to the viewpoint which heads on to Uxmal. So, anyways, very quaint, very quiet. Anyway, this is as far as we're going to come. That is the church. It looks very difficult to get into. It's all gated. Maybe the entrance is the other side. But as we're pushed for time, and we can see it from here pretty much. So, these are the taxis around this place. Look at these motorbikes with little roofs. Those are the taxis here, folks. They've just been running around everywhere. Loads of them just dotted about. Anyway, folks, we're trying to find a little place to water ourselves. Finding it a little bit difficult here because it's very quiet. Many things are closed. So, but yeah, it's Saturday vibes in Muna are very quiet. Anyway, another taxi. Whoop. Okay, so I think we found a couple of places here. Yeah, there's a place over there that looks like fruit and veg place, but down here there might be a little food like market area just down there. We're gonna have a little look. We'll have a little mooch, see what's going on. But yeah, folks, not a lot going on here today in old Muna. Anyway, this is the square we were in before. We were just over there, but by the looks of it, I reckon in the night time all of this comes quite alive. I think it's probably quite a lively little spot in the evenings. Like Fabiola said, this time of day here in Mexico they chill in the afternoons, especially in little towns like this because it's so hot, no? So yeah, I can imagine it maybe being a little bit bustling down here. No, folks, nope, that was not the place for us. Seem to be struggling to find a little place to get a Swifty around here. Anyway, we continue down the street in hope. Here we are. This is the spot. That's it, no? Oh my god, Matt. Can you see all of these boxes of beers, man? See, that's better, no? Woo, found our spot, folks, outdoors. After walking through that tiny little place, It's like quite deep. Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Wow. Anyways, we're outside. So folks, we've walked into pretty much a cantina, which a cantina is where you get free food, little bits and bobs with your drinks, and the more you drink, the more food they bring. So we've got some things here called kiwis, which is a mix of apparently beef and wheat with some like salad on the top. These are like little small versions, so that's what we've got with our beer and water. Anyway, as you just saw as we were walking through there then, it was just like a TARDIS, no? It was a very small little place, and a guy said to Fabiola, no, it keeps going in the back, keep going. So as we were walking through, did you see all the bottles of beer, man? Like cases and cases of Sol. So yeah, you never know what you're going to find until you try these places, man. We were put off because it was quite small and loud, but we've just come out into the back here, where it's very chill. There we go, folks, there we go. That was La Vitamina restaurant y cocteleria La Vitamina. What does that mean, vitamin?
Sí.
The vitamin. The only vitamins in there is beer, basically. But no, what an amazing experience in there. I'm not even going to tell you about Lewis. Should I tell them about Lewis? Basically just started in the back and then throws me some as a present. And I was like, no gracias. But a very nice guy, no? It seemed like a very nice guy anyways, to me. Anyways, folks, we're heading back now. We're going to head to the viewpoint of Muna, which is a 5-minute drive from the town here. It's to see the sunset and the beautiful scenery that surrounds. So, vamos. So we're just coming up to the spot where we need to park, I think.
I park there?
Yeah, I guess.
Can you see the
See.
5 pesos?
Here's where we park.
Wow.
Just around here. And that's the sunset we're going to watch, folks. Yes. Beautiful. Hola, ¿qué tal?
¿Qué tal?
Bien.
En unos cuantos minutos en esta posición que tenemos es
So we've
estupendamente
just got here,
hermoso.
and he's explaining something to Fabiola in Spanish here. But I think we have to pay to get in. I thought it was just like a free viewpoint to see the sunset, but apparently we have to pay. There's different little bits going on here. There's like a little store and things for sale, so I didn't realise this, but what you do need to realise in Mexico is that they charge for many things that you don't expect.
20 pesos.
20 pesos to go in, 20 pesos, so that's like just under £1, which is reasonable, definitely. Okay, so it looks like they've got little bits for sale and
Now because the
See?
sunset is now.
Ay, gracias. He's telling us to hurry up, we need to get to the viewpoint right now. So anyway, look folks, this is the little place. They got little bits for sale here. There's toilets here for 10 pesos if you need a pee. And yeah, 20 pesos, so that was very cheap to get in. But they've built this little viewpoint and we've come at the perfect time. He's like, quick, go up. The sun is now. But look at this, man, look at these little huts and listen to the tranquility. Oh my days. Anyway, it's like going up Chichen Itza. Let's go. The silence. Folks, what an amazing sunset, what a beautiful way to end this day. So we're driving now maybe another 20 minutes or so to a hotel that's right outside, well, I think it's a hotel, right outside the ruins we're going to see tomorrow, called Uxmal. So my mum bought my Mexican girlfriend a book about Mexico randomly for Christmas, and on the cover of the book was these ruins, right? I was like, wow, where are they? Where are they in Mexico? And it was Uxmal, I should say in Mayan, Uxmal. And then found out they were 4 hours away from Playa del Carmen, so that's why we're here. We made the effort to come here, but for now, folks, this is what we're looking at. Tomorrow morning we'll be at the ruins. Hope you come and join us. Adios. Buen dia, good morning. Sorry, the sun's in my face, man. It's proper bright today. Anyway, folks, this is the view from our balcony today. And the ruins we're going to go and see today, Uxmal, are just there. We can see them right in the distance. You're not going to see them there, but that's a surprise for you guys a bit later. But look at this place, man. We got here when it was dark last night, so we didn't get too much of a view, but you can just see the vast jungle there. What's this place called? Uxmal.
Uxmal Resort Maya.
Uxmal Resort Maya. It's the only hotel near the ruins, basically, but absolutely beautiful. Had a really nice night here last night. Heard the monkeys going to sleep and everything like that, so let's head to the ruins, shall we?
Yes.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Well, there we go. That was just a couple of minutes drive, very short drive. That's why we stayed where we did, so that we didn't have to travel far to get to the ruins today. So yes, here we are, somewhere. The entrance is over there somewhere. Let's go and figure out what we got to do. I think Fabiola gets in quite cheap because she's Mexican, but me as a tourist, we get charged more. Anyways, buen dia. Here we go. Uxmal, spelt Uxmal, but in Mayan it's an X isn't sh. Uxmal. So I think this is where we pay. Okay, so for myself, I've had to pay 561 peso. You get two separate tickets, one for the company, one from the state, apparently. So you pay the company 461 peso and you're paying the state 100 peso. Fabiola got in for free because she's a Mexicana. So yeah, I thought I got away with paying 100 peso then, because we just paid the 100 peso first, and then you pay for the second ticket right next door to the other place. A little bit confusing as a tourist, folks, but that's the way they do it around here. Gracias, mi nada. Muchas gracias. Okay, so we've got a little map of the zone. It's UNESCO. It's a UNESCO site, this, by the way. So you can see all the different ruins and stuff here. Let's go and have a little mooch, shall we? So basically what we've got here is they would collect rainwater, because water was pretty scarce here, and still is probably. So they built things like this, look. So they'd catch the rain in there, and they'd have a thing called a chultun, which is like a storage basically for the rain. So there'd be a big hole underneath the ground where they keep the water basically. Anyway, back to the main tower here. So we're heading to the palace of the governor. The governor. Must be this here. Yeah, man, all of these old little buildings here. Some little artifacts in there, you see. All broken off. I guess this was the governor's palace at one point. I've seen some people walking up there, so we can get upon the walls up there, which is nice. Many places ruins don't allow you to walk on them, but this one does. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting to think what was going on back here. I think it was around 500 AD. Apparently these were vibrant and stuff going on. But yeah, let's go up these steps here. Some people coming down, so a little lizard up there. I don't know if you can see him. He's quite well, pretty well camouflaged there. Very friendly though. Nice. Anyway, she's already at the top. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So that is the palace of the governor. I was wrong, folks. What we've just walked up wasn't even the palace. That's the palace of the governor. Some amazing carvings in the top part of it there. We'll get a bit closer now. But yeah, man, look at this. So from here you can get a nice view of the main tower. Absolutely stunning, man. Really nice views. You got another one down here with a little arch. That's the way we're going to head in a bit. But we're still up here by the governor's palace, which is there. Fabiola's walking down there. There's another pyramid or something over there. But yeah, what a beautiful, beautiful view. And all the swallows flying above. And they're just in this section as well. They're not anywhere else. They're just flying around this little spot for some reason. They're going in and out of here, look. They obviously live in there. That's where they reside. How nice, man. Beautiful. Wow, look at this. Wow, wow, wow.
We can go back.
Something else. You could hardly see that from where we were before, and then it just comes out to this big opening. And you have a huge, yeah, wow, man. Absolutely amazing, man. Beautiful. Like, so where we just were by the governor's one over there, we were looking at the left hand side of this, and as you can see, it's just all overgrown with flora. So it just looked like a little bit of a hill, like a mountain, but we've come around this way down here, and that was on show. Unbelievable, man. And Fabiola was just saying as well, there's ruins still being found here on the Yucatan Peninsula, and they've just found some huge ones, apparently like the size of Chichen Itza, in a place called Bacalar, which is about 4 hours drive south of Playa del Carmen. But at the moment they are still cleaning them up and discovering what is there, and then it'll be open to the public like these ones are. So very interesting, man, very interested indeed. These places are still getting found within the middle of the jungle, because clearly after time these places have been engulfed and nature has taken back what it once was. But now they're rediscovering these places. Look at this, man. Oh my days, what the hell. Look at this, gaff. Just when you think you've seen it all. Look at this. It's a little information thing here. I'll go and read that now to see what it's all about. Again, just old ruins all down here, just scattered everywhere basically. Look at this, all separate rooms for something. Beautiful iguana, huge iguana there, can you see him? Big black iguana just chilling out in the sunshine. Unreal. Let's go and find out what this is about. So it's called the Pigeon House. The Pigeon House. Because of the way it's been designed, you can see it at the tops here. There's all holes in the triangles here, and that's where the pigeons would have nested.
And I just like looked at her and I was like,
Very random, very random. Didn't even know pigeons were a thing back then. But anyways, you look at even this part of land here. There's a walkway there. There's a little entrance into it there, so it kind of goes underground. Unreal, man, unreal. I was just saying to Fabiola as well, it's like when people from the US or different countries come to the UK and see the castles, no? They're like, wow, look at these castles, they're amazing, and we just take them for granted pretty much in the UK. But when we come to places like this and we see things like this, we're like, wow, look at this is amazing. But to some of the Mexicans, I guess, and the Mayans, it's just kind of normal. It's funny, eh? It's a funny old world. Anyway, that's the Pigeon House. Beautiful. Yeah, so in the lower part of it here as well, I guess through that hole you would have gone through, there's a little entrance just there. They also used to have ceremonies here, so it was used for ceremonial purposes also in the bottom half. So multi-purpose, folks, multi-purpose. So we're just walking through this section, which is nicely shaded, which is very welcome. It's a hot day today. We've got the back end of one of the places that we've just seen. Got another place here. Like I say, it's just ruins everywhere. And you can get guides here to guide you around and tell you a lot about the history and stuff like that, which we've chosen not to do, which is what we usually choose to do. But maybe it is worth it, you know, to find out all the information. But I guess you can go on Google and find it out yourself. I don't know how much the guides are here, but I'm guessing they're not going to be cheap, you know. But anyways, we're kind of walking back around now. We're coming up to some more ruins, and we're heading back towards the main one, which is just beyond these trees here. So just making a loop of it, folks, a little loop. Anyway, let's head on. Little walkway up here. I guess we're going to go up this way. Yeah, something I just want to point out as well, it's some of these parts are very wheelchair accessible. Like, they've made this little ramp here, as you can see, so that people in the wheelchair can come up. Very nice, I love that touch. But we're just getting to the top of one of the pyramids. What you can see there, that's the main one, the one that we started off at. We would have been over there, but this is, I don't know the name of this one, I'll have to find it out. But look at the carvings at the back here and that, man, unbelievable. I think we can go inside. I think Fabiola's found a way inside. Let's go and try and find her, shall we? Oh, there she is that an Aluche? Aluche?
Aluche.
Look at this.
Ah, feels cool here.
See, nice and cool.
They didn't need AC.
Let's just stay here for a minute for the freshness. But yeah, man, you can feel how much cooler it is inside the buildings than outside.
See.
And I guess that's why they built them like that, no? Anyway, let's go and have another little mooch. I don't know how. Hey, look at this fella. Hola. Hola. Hello, mate. Absolutely love wildlife, peeps. Absolutely love wildlife. Look at him. Oh, he's hidden now. We had another one just down here that I've just scared off. They were having a little head nodding session. But yeah, I think I've scared the other one off. It was more black as well. Could have been the female male having a little one-to-one. Anyways, let's head on this way. What have you found? Another, that's what we could see. This is the entrance we could see from the pigeon place. Do you remember? Be rude not to enter, wouldn't it? Let's go and have a look. When these are gone, I guess.
Bueno, pues también podemos ver que el nivel del edificio norte es más alto con respecto al nivel del edificio sur, que es el más bajo.
Plaza.
Y el edificio oriente y el edificio poniente son niveles intermedios con respecto al norte.
Wow.
¿Ah?
All of the swallows again, you see all the little birds.
Marca la diferencia también de los estratos sociales.
So you've got where the bats reside, inside of here, inside of these little buildings. I could just hear them Listen. You hear that? That's the bats. But I think I'm in the way. The bird's coming out as well. There's some swallows in there that were trying to get out, I think. But I was blocking the doorway. Yeah, so all of the birds clearly live in these little shaded areas, which is absolutely amazing. You just see them all flying around, man. It's so nice. Anyway, here she is. She's waiting for her perfect photo by the door over there. Anyways, ¿te gusta? Sí?
Mucho.
See, yeah, very nice ruins, peeps. I'd highly recommend coming here at Uxmal. I'm finding it more interesting than Chichen Itza, to be honest with you. But that is the most famous one. But highly recommend coming here if you're, especially if you're coming to like Merida, which is the nearest city. So back in the day, the Mayans used to play a sport. I forget the name. I'll put it on the screen now though. And this would have been where they played it. This would have been the court or the pitch, so to speak. And if you can see there now, I'll try and zoom in. There's like a circular stone. Well, that would have been the goal. There would have been one on the other side also, but it's not there. And they used to have to get the ball through that hole by hitting it with their hip. Basically hitting it with their hip, not their foot, but their hip. But yeah, man, that's where they would have had a bit of fun playing the sport. Amazing, man, amazing. Anyway, we're heading back now. Once again, the main ruin is just here, the main pyramid. And I think we're going to walk back this way to where we began. But let's go and see this one more time, shall we? There she is. Beautiful. That's the one that we've just been in. Inside, that was like a plaza, I guess, a square. And then we've got the football, or the pitch down there for the sport that they used to play. Anyway, we're gonna have a little mooch around here now. Once again, some amazing sculptures, carvings on the corners here. And just like in Chichen Itza, where everything's, the way they've designed it, the angle that they've put the buildings and stuff is all around the solstice, you know, so everything kind of lines up on the solstice days of the year. It's the same here as well. So all of these would have been purposely facing that way. That's almost like the sunset area. That's where the sunset would be, with the way the figure is facing. So it's all to do with the sun and all of that jazz. But yeah, man. Whoop. So yeah, we're within the walls of the pyramid, I guess. Here, as you can see, it's walled all the way around. It's a shame you can't climb it, man. Love to see what's beyond up there. But hey ho, this is what we're allowed to do. At least we can have a little mooch around the whole place. I'm just buzzing off. I love these little swans that are just flying about everywhere. It's amazing. Just gives it a lovely feel. As you can see again, you see these figures on the side here. They're all facing the same way as that one was over there. All facing the same way. So like I say, at solstice, the shade will perfectly be aligned with these, and yeah, they clearly had a purpose for it. Very clever indeed. Anyway, there we go. That's the main square of Uxmal. Anyway, that was amazing. Really cool. I think Fabiola enjoyed it. Barbie, did you enjoy that or no? Barbie, did you enjoy? See? Worth coming here?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
See?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, there we go. Well, there we go, folks. There we go. We have ended our trip. We're back from where we began, you remember? That was amazing. I hope you enjoyed that as much as we did. Absolutely fantastic. I think what I might do next time though is get a guide, because there was many like artifacts and things, questions that I had basically, and you're just wondering, you know, but I'm sure a guide would be able to tell you exactly what is going on. So I think that's what I would do next time. But like I say, I'm gonna head on back, look at Google and find out my own information if I can. Something I should have done before I came here basically. here we are, back at the watering hole. Until the next one, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Take care of yourselves. Have a little bit of fun if you can.